Wow. Oh, wow. Discord, you lucky creature. Well, and I just love Fluttershy as a character, and I think this episode might just be one of her best. Now, I get it. Oh, I get it. Oh, she learns the same lesson over and over again. It's lame. No, she really doesn't. It's more nuanced than that. It's about her coming out of her shell and being more confident. And as the whole series goes on, we see more and more of her learning how to do just that. This episode might be the most important episode for that reason. If she didn't have this episode, I don't think she would have been able to handle Discord in Season 3. Fluttershy has a lot of lessons to teach, from being brave to how to come out of your shell and be confident. But I personally believe this might be the single most important episode she teaches. And I'll explain why. Get your kid ass out of here. Oh God, is that me? Well, now you all know what I actually look like. Dude, he even has my muscles. Shut up, G4, and get back to work. Hello, I'm Discord. Jedi Knight, and episode 19 of My Little Pony Out of Your Roof is easily one of Fluttershy's best. It starts out with her feeding her animals, but she has a rabbit that just won't eat anything but some special recipe. So she goes to the market to get what she needs. Unfortunately for her, she shy and doesn't like fights, so she often won't stand up for herself when others rudely confront her and cut in line. Seeing this, her friends Pinky and Rarity tell her she needs to start pushing back. And I love how her friends genuinely want her to be the best she. I don't really like that scene, though, where Rarity uses her charm to get Nerd to give up his stuff. I think that sends the wrong message telling girls you can use the way you look to get anything you want. I mean, sure, use what you've got through your advantage, I guess, but that doesn't mean it's morally correct. A small scene, sure, but I, for one, think it shows Rarity in a really bad light here. I hate how there are so many women who use their looks to get ahead of us all. But it's not just a women's thing, though. Yes, women do it a lot, but men do it too. We really should stop comparing ourselves to others and not let looks be the sole judge, whether or not we give them what they want. Sorry for going on a tangent about this, but I have to get that off my mind. Anyway, what I really like about this episode is that it shows both the downside of self-confidence and standing up for yourself, and what can happen if you take it too far. After Fluttershy tries to feed her devil of a bunny, who tosses his dinner out for not having a cherry, Fluttershy ends up catching some mail and learns about a criminal from a bull named Iron Will, who has tried to sell a course on how to not be a doormat pushover. Where I want to keep on ass. How dare she do that to Fluttershy? Anyway, Ironwood is so overly confident that his teaching works that if you're not 100% satisfied, you pay nothing. And I'm not gonna lie, after this episode, I think Fluttershy owes him money. After all, technically, they did work and she learned how to be self-confident. But then again, I guess she wasn't satisfied before, so I don't know. But I really find it funny that she got the lesson for free, but I'm getting ahead of myself as always. Due to some hijinks, she ends up on stage. Ironwood decides that she is such a pushover that if he can get her to learn his confidence techniques, he could sell millions. She learns thanks to him how to stand up for herself, but takes it way too far. And I'm not gonna lie, I totally feel for Fluttershy's here. I mean, I personally don't like conflicts myself. And to watch Fluttershy slowly try to master not letting someone take advantage of her was really refreshing to see. As a child myself, I remember having a very similar situation of being very shy and timid, and my best friend at the time telling me you shouldn't let them be mean to me, so I took his advice. I literally faked being the cool badass. Not too far from those kids I saw on TV acting all cool. I started dressing differently, talking differently, and acting differently. And I literally tricked my own mind into thinking I was so cool when I was lame as hell that I began to bully others and completely lose all my real friends. And I have so-called friends who thought I was cool. I started treating them bad too when I didn't get my way, using them in the process when they notice how fake I really was acting. I really do wish I had this episode when I was younger. Because learning that you don't need to be cool, that isn't what makes someone cool, is a good lesson. No, cool is someone who is calm and chill friendly. But confidence, there to defend their friends and laugh at the good times. That's school. I think I would have had a better time as a kid, but instead I ultimately did what Fluttershy does in this episode, shutting herself off from being herself. I was a loner who didn't trust anyone for years. She takes it too far. You can easily see the limits. She starts kicking trash over ponies who were straight up rude to her, and I understand the point that they deserved it. But how far is too far? What did they actually deserve? The answer, they deserve to be told off, not to have trash over their heads. And I like that this episode clearly stated how far you should actually go and teach kids not only the upside is self-confidence, but what is clearly fake and is just downright mean. And that is, you should say no. You shouldn't let someone mess with your cut-in line if you can help it. But you should never get to the point where you're hurting people. When Fluttershy ended up hurting her friends, that's when she realized just how far she'd actually gone. She pushed back a little too much and rudely hurt not just others in the process, but those she cares about, leading her to worry that she had become a monster. However, in the end, when it's time to pay up and Diane Will is being rude about it, and is being rude to Fluttershy's friend, she finally steps up and says no, refusing to let Iron Will push over her. And what's even better than that is that she learns the best way to be a good person is actually not being confident but being brave. She defends her friends like a true hero. That's why this is without a doubt Fluttershy's most important lesson she ever taught the audience. And Iron has to accept due to his own silly promise. A great episode with a fantastic lesson despite that odd snag at the beginning. Also, Pinky doing the whole Bugs Bunny gag is hilarious to watch. In the end, it's a solid 8 out of 10, nothing less. And don't Pinkie Pie me either. You're getting an 8, nothing more. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you want to hear my thoughts on Fluttershy, then why not check out this video here. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and remember, my friends, confidence is magic.